a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay. Hey.
Stop. kweyi mubuta wane ye kweyi ane mene tige maye gune kwi abuge moke kuromi bua mama opo mama wani bi yanji pa wani bi makamo wani bi makamo Joshua Karagwe Embuge bitiniza Iza no tiniza moshi Ayungu mbya kobe gukoche Oka yisra ayunu mea kara jere Tinaka nemo ayenechu Tinehu jatao ayenechu Ane mene tige baye tige na kweye Tiye bu moma
Good evening, fellow Ambazonians, dear televiewers. Once again, you are welcome to County Roots, your favorite show. Thank you once again for tuning in, and please share and invite someone as you join us this evening. Remember, County Roots is our educative platform where we educate people back at home and in Nigeria about the update, to give them up what evolution. We equally use this platform to inform the international community about the evils of the deteriorating regime of Yaoundé on the people of Amazonia. And please, once again, County Roots is open for 8 million Ambazonians and well-wishers of the Ambazonia Revolution. If you feel that you have something to share with Ambazonians and with stakeholders of the war, please feel free to book your audience and you will be given place to sit here on this platform and talk to your people. So welcome once again. Thank you for tuning in. And before I go ahead, my guest for tonight is someone who is coming far away from over another part of the world, who just got up early this morning, according to his own time, just to sit here to talk to Ambazonians. I am talking here about our own great comrade from the great country of Australia, Comrade Ghana. So Ghana, you are welcome to County Roots. Hello, comrade, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, okay, welcome to County Roots and thank you for accepting our invitation. Yeah, so thank you once again, fellow comrades. Please, this is Comrade Ghana. While we are sitting here, it's just 8:30 my time. It is 9:30 in Amazonia. It's 9:30 in Germany, but Ghana just woke up Still early, it's not yet done in Australia, but he had to wake up just to sit here to talk to someone. And please, for his sake, you want to share and you want to give him even extra thumbs up for the sacrifice. That is the only way we have to do it. That is the only way we have to do it until we get home. So thank you once again. Yeah, before we move ahead, we would first of all like to do the honorable thing. We want to use this opportunity to observe a minute of silence in honor of our departed heroes, our fallen heroes. We equally remember our senior comrade, our father, former chairperson for the Ethics Committee for the Federal Republic of Amazonia, was laid to rest today in California. So we just want to use this moment equally to remember him, and the rest of our fallen heroes will remember the victims of Garbu, will remember the victims, our brother who was shot in St. Mary's Hospital in Bamenda, would remember all of our people, those in the dungeons, those in the refugee camps. So I would like us to observe a minute of silence. May the souls of our departed heroes rest in perfect peace. So thank you once again, Comrade Ghana, for being here for us and for Amazonians tonight. And fellow Amazonians, I will start by giving this announcement that is coming all the way from our president, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ikome Sako. He's announcing that on the 28th of February 2020, it's going to be declared a national mourning day in memory of the Ngarbu victims. And then on the 13th of March is going to be a 1,000,000-man march all over the world. Every Amazonian and well-wishers of the Amazonia War of Independence are going to come out and flood the streets of the world and speak really loud so that someone can hear us. We are going to come out in our numbers to sell our plight to the world. So please take note of these dates while we move on. And Comrade Ghana, I will not keep you really silent for so long. Let me at least give you a minute to say hello to fellow Amazonians before we move on. So you've got the microphone, Comrade.
Thank you very much, Comrade Comfort. Thank you for the sacrifices as well, to do a very fantastic job every day talking to our people about county, which is a very important way that we have succeeded to show that we can govern ourselves. So I really, really appreciate you. Also want to thank those behind the scenes on ABC Amba TV, making sure that the station continue to function the way it's going, providing information for our people on ground zero about the revolution. I want to thank everyone that's watching. I want to thank our resistance forces. I want to thank our local government area, the leaderships from the county and to the interim government, everyone that is to make sure that our struggle does not fail. You are all legends, and you will always be remembered. I want to also take this minute to remember those that have passed on ground zero, especially our community in Donga, and the kids and everyone that's been. We are with you and we'll continue to support you until we reach where. Thanks for comfort.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Comrade Ghana. Thank you once again, fellow Amazonians. Please remember to share and invite someone We would just like to go ahead and start off the show as planned. So I would like to give you room, first of all, Comrade Ghana, before I come back again. Let me hand over the microphone again to you. Would you like, please, to give us some updates? We know it has really, really been hard on us. I know that the Ngabu incident has taken every attention. However, it doesn't cancel the fact that the baby killer is keeping on in doing the evil he's good at doing. A lot is still happening in many other LGAs. So are there any updates so far? Would you first of all like to tell Ambazonia what LGA you represent here tonight, or what part of the Ambazonia revolution represents tonight, and give us some updates. What has been taking place in your LGA or your county this week, this past week, as far as you know, Comrade Ghana?
Basically, I'm from, and you know, Guzang used to be one of the first um, places that were heating up when from the this struggle. But if we must have noticed that Guzang kind of sparked the revolution at some stage, so it's like the center for some of the things we used to hear back in the days when this revolution from when we moved towards the self-defense, everything like that. So so Guzang is in the Batibo LGA. So I wanna say to the people, especially the people from Batibo, especially people of Guzang, because I was just some of our hello.
Hello, I can hear you, Comrade. Can you hear him? Can someone indicate, please, if you can hear Comrade Ghana, please? I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me, Comrade? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you as well.
Yes.
Your camera is acting up,
yes,
but I can hear you. Can someone hear Comrade Ghana? Please let us know, fellow Ambazonians. I can hear you. I can hear you well. Can you still hear me? I can hear you. If the thing is, your camera is just turning around, but I can hear you. You're freezing somehow, but your voice is still clear. So you can just speak. Someone confirms that they can hear you.
Okay, yeah. The people of my LGA, like I spoke to some members of my LGA, and they're telling me that something very sad, like that some of our people in the diaspora are still participating in the struggle and taking this as a job, like everyone is able, because I feel like at this moment we're supposed to be taking this struggle as a full-time job. And reports are coming in that some of our people in the diaspora are still trying to invest in La Republique at this very moment when we're trying to get out of, detach ourselves from La Republique. Some of our comrades, especially from my LGA, are still trying to invest in La Republique. So I heard about it. I thought that was so sad. That was so sad to see that some of our comrades are seeing what's happening on ground zero and what's happening in Donga, and some of them still trying to come together to invest in La Republique. My sister, can you imagine that?
Yeah, that is very telling. I think we'll get there at some point, won't we? They are just jokers. They are joking around. Whoever is kidding here, some of those people are investing on La Republique because they want to protect their interests. There are some of these people who do this business. They want to run and go home and come back all the time. Others want some other things to benefit. I don't know how or what. I don't know. We are not even interested in what they want to benefit. All we know is that homeland is real. And by the time we are free, we are keeping a track of all of these activities. And there shall come a day when we shall say, behold, this was what you were doing. And sorry, we don't know you. The time is going to come, sure. However, if you will let me, I would equally like to give updates, not only from Garbu village where the terrible massacre took place, but from Dongamantong as a whole. Like, you know, fellow Amazonians or dear televiewers, you remember the Garbu incident of last week, the most cruel activity of a human being I've ever experienced in my own life, because it touched my own blood, people of my land, killing children from babies to toddlers to teenagers, keep them lying in cold blood. It's a shame. And as of last week, the death toll was at 32. And because everyday corpses keep being discovered in the bushes in the neighborhood, the death toll has now risen from 32 as of last week to 48 as of today. So they still discover corpses in the bushes every day. And as if it's not enough, yesterday was a market day in Tumbo. Tumbo is the main village under which Ngarbu is found. And yesterday, the cruel military of La Republique, they went again and forced these people to go out to the market and sell things. They had no choice but to do that. Of course, they are afraid of dying. So they forced them out. And then that is not all. On Thursday, they were moving from house to house. They went and broke into the house of somebody they suspected he used to be an Amber boy. They thought they were going to meet him at home so they could kill him again. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for our brother, he was not at home. What they did was they destroyed everything they see, looted what seemed to be of interest to them, and then they stole things like mattresses and any valuable thing they found in that house. They took it away, and the rest of the things they were not interested in, they destroyed them and left. They moved to another village called Mvu. Mvu is another small village in a local government area called Sop. Equally, Ondendu, all of these places are in Du local government area. They went to Mvu village, and while they approached one of these compounds, the parents were in the main house, and their little girl was cooking food in the kitchen. And what these heartless, callous animals, illiterates that are being governed by corpses out there in Itudi, what did they do? They blocked the parents in their house, in the main house, and then they got this little girl who was cooking food in the kitchen, raped there and left her there and went. My heart is actually bubbling. I feel like, but there's nothing I can do from this. It's not like there's nothing I can do, because I remember the first day I sat here was because a woman was being raped. It has not stopped. A girl was raped yesterday in the village by these animals. So this goes back to you, Comrade Ghana, when somebody sits here in this country where you can speak, in this country where you can even fight the policeman and get away with it, in this country where you have the right to speak, to gather, to report, to complain. You cannot do anything. All you do is support justice. You support people who kill babies. You support people who rape teenagers. You support people who kill pregnant women. It is actually sad, but that is the thing about Dongamantong as of now. But if fellow comrades from Dongamantong are here, or from Momo County or any other county, if there's anything we need to know, just drop it here. And Ghana, I don't know if you have another comment about the report from Dongamantong before we move ahead. That is it so far, what we've got as the updates from my own area. So I don't know if you would like to comment on that before we move ahead.
What really bothers me about this whole thing is I keep asking myself, why would the forces of La League go to Ambazonia and they burn down the houses and they destroy property, and they try to, I don't know what is it they're trying to achieve after these atrocities? I don't know. Is that a strategy that the regime of Yao is trying to use to inflict more? Like, are they trying to inflict pain on our people so that they can give up? Is killing the kids, raping the women? trying to create a very tense environment so people can finally get up and say, okay, we give up, fight for a free Southern Cameroon. What is it? That's going to keep asking. What is it? What are they trying to achieve? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is something it baffles me a lot. I keep asking myself, what is it? And this is something that we need to keep asking themselves as well. Because if you ask yourself this question, you will know what steps you need to. You will know that the La Republic forces to Ambazonia, they're not just going after the Ambazonia restoration forces. That is not their intention. When they come there, what they're looking for is to put up a very tense environment, make it very, very you. And they won't bother going as far as killing anybody. So everyone at this moment is a threat to just the restoration forces.
Right. Well, on my own part, if you ask why would they do this and so on, the answer is as simple as this is nothing but cowardice from the part of the decaying, deteriorating, decomposing regime of Yaoundé. That is cowardice. Because at times, I know it hurts when they kill our restoration forces, but those are the people who have stood up to fight back. Those are the fighting age. Those are the fighting group of people. What has a pregnant woman done to you? It's a shame. It is such a shame. It's a disgrace, but we do. This is something that we don't just need to comment on it and watch them, let them do this every day and get away with it. So the problem is we want to actually do something to stop this. And one of the annoying things, Comrade Ghana, if you I don't know what you think about me. The other day I was on when we were granting an interview with to Secretary Chris, me and my senior comrade of my local government or from my county. The excuse he gave or the reason he gave to back up the fact that the fund of Ntumbo called on people to give money and food so that they can feed those animals in the names of La République military with. I was really angry, but he was trying to say, no, you don't have to blame these people because our funds have been maltreated upon. They have been suffering in the hands of these very thugs of La République. For example, the fund of Binka was stripped. He was arrested, taken to Nkambe, to the cells in Nkambe, and he was stripped. That is something that is never done. You are not in any way supposed to take off the cap they wear on their head, talk less of actually stripping them. Who was in the cell at that time? Watch him naked. That is a fun. Those are the things they do to our people. And at the same time, the senior colleague was like levying blame on the elites of Yaoundé. He says all of these things are happening and these elites are not saying anything. What exactly, Comrade Ghana, do you expect from the elite of your county or your local government area to do in this position? Now, those elites who are settled in Yaoundé, what exactly do you expect from them now in this revolution, like standing up to defend our people because this power was expecting that they should have done something? What do you expect?
Comrade Comfort, it's big shout out to the, because when you see a phone being terrorized like that, there's a reason why he was being treated that way with disrespect. Is just because he stood for his. You can, if you go around Ambazonia at the moment, a lot of funds don't be living back in the community. A lot of them have relocated in Yaoundé. So that fund's one of a kind. So I would tip my hat for him, because he's one of those funds that really, really represent Ambazonia at the moment. Many funds have located in Yaoundé at the moment. So now, to the elites in Yaoundé who have refused to stand with their own community, see, this is the main problem that we are facing as Africans. Black Africans have a big, big problem. They don't love themselves. They would rather love something that does not relate to them. They wouldn't even. This is the big problem that we're facing. That's why we're over in the diaspora, because our people don't even love anything that represents them. You don't even love your own community. You don't even love your own people. You write something that does not even represent you, something that does not even speak for you. The regime of Yaoundé they might give you a page. Maybe you have a job, you try to protect your job, you're a parliamentarian, you try to do that. Our parliamentarians continue to show us these colors, and this is something that is graceful, and we continue to monitor them. People in Yaoundé, the elites of this community, that the kids were murdered, they saw the bloodshed, and everything's going on. You guys continue to live in Yaoundé, continue to take your job, continue to not go back and feel the pain that your community is going. It's something that you guys are doing, and you've continued. Ambazonians are watching you guys. Ambazonians are we continue to watch what you guys are doing, and we're giving us a chance to return back to your own people. Start loving wrong. Stop loving something that does not even does not look like you. La République does not look like anything else. So for you to be in Yaoundé thinking that you're okay, you're safe, and you know that we're on a journey of no return. So you better choose, make a choice right now. You rather just return back to Ambazonia and support the community. It doesn't even matter even if you go back to Ambazonia defending the community. That paycheck you're getting in Yaoundé will not last. This is something I fail to understand. Their paycheck in Yaoundé is not going to take you away. Those francs CFA better come back to Ambazonia, where we can build a new nation, start from the grassroots. We start building from the bottom up. We don't buy a house from the roof to the bottom. We start the trees start growing from the roots, and that's the only way to fight this war. So to all of you, the elites still in Yaoundé, thinking that you will end up maybe having something, you're wasting your time. The restoration forces and the kids that are going through all that pain are way, way better than you. And God is watching. You guys are a big disgrace to Ambazonia.
Yes, Comrade Ghana, I think I want to concur with something a comrade has just written here. This is Comrade Ep as he says, those from southern, no, this is not it. We don't recognize those animals called elites. Time we catch up with them. You know what? I am so very, very, very angry when I hear people mention this elite of the people. You know, because they are animals. Forget about them. Some of them, because some of them are really pretenders, you know, they have just sealed their lips and watch all of these things happen, creating that impression as if they are not doing anything. They are neither killing nor encouraging the killing, you know, or what. But then they are doing just a lot. The other day I was saying as if I was joking, you know, when Senator Chris was asking whether Gerald is a rich person. I say it doesn't matter. I know how much. I know that Gerald is a thief. Everybody knows he's a thief. He has stolen money from Europe and all over. But that is not so much enough for him to spread it out there the way he does. And I was like trying to say, some of those people they call elite who are hiding behind Gerald and sending him out there with this money. It just came out. Now that we are sitting here, a list is circulating. I hope that it is a hoax. I hope it's not true. But on that list, I see the name of someone like Shea Jones Yembe. He has been made how do they call it? The Minister of Transport, you know. But then, amidst this war, you have not heard him say a word. You have not seen him offer even food to the internally displaced people. You have not seen him done even anything to our people who have migrated to the neighboring Yaoundé where he is. But now he has taken the position of a minister. On whose behalf? On whose behalf? Those are the people we would not like to see. It is goodbye. Congratulations for your new nominations. Congratulations, you are so loved in the foreign country where you live, and you have the right to practice politics in that country where you live. You are not doing any of those things on our behalf. See, we don't see you nowhere, because Ambazonia is a no-go for such people. You know, that's what I am saying. They have found this revolution, the blood of our people is a kind of a career opportunity, and they are growing really well in it. You know, they are doing well. They do this, either they have contracts, and then yesterday they were ministers, today they were contractors, tomorrow they become ministers again. They make money, they go on holidays to South Africa, to Asia, to Dubai, and all of those people, and our people suffer and die, and all they do is fetch money and shut their mouth, stay quiet, take position upon position. I have even been telling them since 2016, when this thing started, because all of these, our elites, what even happens? Immediately they leave those ministerial positions. Where do they head to? They head to Kondengi. And it's going to be worse the moment, according to me, it's going to be worse the moment Ambazonia shall be free. It's going to be worse on them. I have even advised them, and I am saying it now again openly, take some of this money you steal from your deteriorating government and give it to us to sponsor this war. Because tomorrow, par pitié, because you stole some of that money and gave us to defend our people with, we may say, we may open the doors for you. But apart from that, I'm sorry, you may only get to Kondengi, or you find your way somewhere out of Africa or out of that La République, but it will never be in Ambazonia. So sorry, but sad, that is how I have to put it. Because enough of this nonsense. Enough of it. Enough. That is provocation. That is mockery. I'm even expecting that they should mourn these children, even if they don't have anything to do with the war. The death, the massacre of these children and the pregnant women was something to write home about. But they're watching, they post provocative comments on Facebook about that. They take ministerial posts and whatever things they take and wear on them as ministerial position, whatever things they take. But unfortunately, they cannot make it in Ambazonia. It's sad, but they can't. They can't. So I don't know if you still have some other thing to tell them, because yes.
Comrade Comfort, this Gerard guy, we've heard a lot about him. This guy must have been one of those people. He probably was behind, he masterminded deaths that we have in that community. Because there's no way Republic forces, there's no way Republic forces would have succeeded to go and commit some of this atrocity without someone from that community that hopefully committed to the regime. And he understand that he probably graduated from the University of Buea. That's the problem. Like that, normally, if you hear people like that, probably graduated from the University of Buea, people that are so selfish, have some egos, that are so better to the community. A lot of them come from the University of Buea, and we have seen it over and over in our revolution. A lot of people who graduated from Buea have a serious problem. They don't care anything that is their own. Anything that is, they don't care. They would rather destroy it for their selfish interest. And this guy, we've heard a lot of him. There's a chance, 100% chance, the bloodshed in that community is because of the connection that he's got with La Republique. Everything that he's doing, we're watching him. I think people watch out. We need to put out an image of this guy so that everyone knows who he is, because a lot of people in Ambazonia don't know who this guy is. So we have a lot of these people in all the LGs. So make sure we put them out there so that people would know exactly how that. This is so hurting.
Yeah, thank you. I know it's no doubt, because even that same day, the moment that the news of the massacre of these children broke out, Gerard had just posted on Facebook that those who refused to vote are going to be ruled by those who have been voted. I'm actually paraphrasing, but that was exactly what he meant. That those who refused to vote are going to be ruled by those who have been voted. He is celebrating the same moment we are actually heartbroken. You know what that means? Fine. I'm that kind of a person who doesn't have time to discuss Ngala Gerard. I'd rather discuss what to do to stop him thinking that he is the head boy of Dongamanton County, that he is the head boy of Amazonia. We have had some of those head boys, and at some moment, they found themselves wanting. I'm not promising him anything because I wish he repents any moment from now and let the specs fall off his eyes and let him see and see well. He's advised to stop doing what he's doing. Apart from that, we don't spend time discussing such people. We discuss what to do to stop them from messing around, from thinking that they are the only cocks who can crow in this land. No, it is not true. That said, this takes us now to something you just mentioned a while ago. You talked about mobilizing the grassroots. How can you mobilize the grassroots, especially in order to stop the mess like this thing these elites are doing in complacency with the illiterate thugs of La République du Cameroon? How can you, what do you mean by mobilizing the grassroots?
First of all, I just want to thank the government of Saku for embarking on this journey of the grassroots. This is the best that's ever happened to our revolution, and I'm saying this very loud and clear today, and I've said it before. Grassroots is the only way we can govern ourselves and get to Buea. This is way. We've had a lot of people come up and say, "Oh, we can ourselves by throwing stones all over the place, just from one place to another, you know, flying from one area to the next in Amazonia." See, the grassroots has actually galvanized us, like make us feel like one people. Like, you know, there's a saying, they say when a broom is tied in a bundle, it's very hard to break it. And this is what is beginning to happen. When this grassroots thing came up, like local government by local government, LGA by LGA, county by county, that's how I would have, that's the only thing that encouraged me to stand tall for our revolution. I feel like, okay, we are now beginning to find the true route to get to Buea. Because since, if you look at the way things have been going since this thing, whole low-end grassroots governance started, we see people are forced to make decisions for ourselves. The people very bottom are able to make decisions. People at the top. See, people have the privilege now to decide. Now you're able to talk and talk to people. There's a correspondent. There's people that are able to feed you with information right back from your LGA. It's been like that. You know how the Siseko used to rule. Siseko used to make orders. You know, you will be the one to decide. There's an audit to be conducted. You know, all those things are beginning to just manifest slowly. And I'm just trying to encourage our people to open your eyes a little bit, and you see the benefits that are going to encounter because of this grassroots governance. You're able to be in your LGA and talk to someone that understands your language and speaks and says things. You're able to talk to someone that understands the route going from one village to the next. It would have been very hard. Maybe it would have taken time, some days, to know that kids were killed. It happened. We knew as soon as that took place, we were able to start talking about it. So grassroots information is flowing very to the top. I'm not from Dongamantum, but I can tell you, I kind of get to know a little bit about what's happening in Dongamantum. Like it was before, I wouldn't have known. So our people need to just open their hands, their eyes. We're not communicating. We need to start talking. This is the power that's been given to you. You have the right to talk freely, and and you'll be heard. I just heard that I didn't even know after watching the show with you. No, I think Secretary Chris that he met, I think last week, just before the show with you, Comfort. That show,
with our chairperson.
one restoration force was calling, kind of get to know what's happening in Dongaman. I wouldn't have known. When the 88 were running around all the places, I wouldn't have the chance to know what's happening in Dongaman. He expressed something that I felt like, oh, I think we need to do something upon Dongaman. I think there's something. I was able to one or two brothers from Dongaman to say, bro, we've been talking about the local form of governance, and you are from Dongaman. Have you heard about what's happening? We have killings that are happening in Dongaman could have been avoided. Dongaman was one and represented. I think you guys need to help the leaders of Dongaman responsible. We would have been like, oh, Dr. Sako, you are the leader of interim government. Now we're able to, who is in that with Dongaman governance? No, who have the people that have their hands on the deck? I know who to. I know that I can talk to Zed, comrade Zed right now. No, if I want to talk to someone from Momo County, I know who to talk to. So we need to just be. We need another way of having the power in your hands, my people. It's another form of empowering you guys to take control of this revolution, rather than just sitting there. Oh, something is happening here. You don't even know who to talk to. You ring you ring the Paco. He's busy with all. He doesn't have the brain to run all those. This thing has been broken down for us. It's simple. You just have to communicate. Make a phone call. You know who to talk to, and you get your contributions going. You talk to someone for security reasons. You can actually just make a phone call. That's all you need. And say La Republic just drove past and they're going into the LG now. Our forces will be alert. Everything. That's why they seek to kill, to destroy, to kill all that we have in Bui, because information, communication, and everything is accessible, my people. Let's just open our hearts, open our eyes a little bit. Although we see have people that are trying to tear us apart, destroy this truck. The reason why they're fighting right now so hard is because this whole thing is working. If it wasn't, I bet you the international community also watching. They know that these people are they're not stupid. We're not like Francophones. We're not like the people. They don't even know what they want. So looking for a way to get to get drunk. That's all they want. Some of them are just looking for a way to have a good life, live, sleep. They just want to sleep completely. But we Ambazonians, we're thinking bigger. We have big. That's why we are doing this thing. And some people they don't understand. So grassroots, bottom to the top. You don't, like I said, you don't start building from the roof. You put a foundation, you put a solid foundation, which is what the grassroots is there doing. We have a foundation. I bet you the building will rest on a very, very strong foundation, and it will last. So even if the leadership in they're kind of shocked that we've come this far. Everyone is shocked. Siseko is confused. He doesn't even know what to do, because he was one of those who thought the governor of Ambazonia is just a central governance. I'm the one. I will tell you what to do, how it is. I tell you when there's an audit. I tell you if we can come from just talking to maybe self-defense. We had been wanting to happen self-defense until this sort of governance, form of governance came in place. People are able to defend themselves. You don't even need to ask the president. Doctor say, can I even if he gets up today and say, let's just stop self-defense, some of you will still say no. We are not very secure. We want to make sure everything is. So who else is going to? Who can stop us? We are far gone. We are gone. Know how to govern ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. That is really true. You know, Comrade Ghana, this takes me back to, I don't know about you, but in the 90s, I was already someone, I was in Form 1 when these things were happening, when the SDF thing started and so on. So at least I really have a good memory of what took place. Even though in those days, I could not tell you what everything was all about, but I know that a new party has been created and a lot of things are going on. And we used to hear about power to the people, SDF power to the people. But we never knew what was all that about. It is now that I know exactly what it means from the grassroots mobilization you are talking about. Thanks to the LGAs, you see the practicality of power to the people. Because like from the grassroots, as you are saying, everybody is represented. Nobody is being left out. Because from the LGAs, we go right down the village like Ngarbu, and Ngarbu is under new LGA. Before coming up to wherever we are. And what helps, the best thing that has ever happened to us is this LGA system. Why? Because they actually use a means of communication, something we call on this County Roots platform as communicating mouth to ear. You know what? If there is a secret to be carried out, a secret action to be carried out in new LGA, somebody from Garbu will speak in our local language to somebody in Tumbo. That person will transfer it to the same person, to somebody in Du, and so on. Somebody will speak from Kambe, and so on. Those from Miseje will speak their language to their own people. Ako will speak. And then, for example, I'm taking the example of Donga Manton, where I come from. We have 5 local government areas. And so Donga Manton County has got what? Just like any other county, we have gotten the situation room. While they converge at this point of the situation room, everybody brings what they brought from their own LGA. We meet there and share in that, whispering to one another. And that is how things do function. Everybody is fully and well represented. So it is time. We are not just explaining this because we cannot explain this better than the Secretary of State for Homeland and Homeland Affairs and Resource Mobilization does. God, he does really a great job in explaining this. But what are we saying, you two of us here? We are encouraging everyone. We are crying foul against the traitors in the names of elites who are not part of us, but they are standing on our way. How do we get them out of our way? How do we stop the elites from moving around and distracting us or provoking us? How do we stop the killer from killing us? How do we send away the colonial administrators out of our land? We do that through our grassroots. We start by mobilizing the grassroots. Join your LGA, such that when you donate your money to defend your LGA, to defend Gabu, under Tumbo, under new local government area, you stay in that community, have a say, decide where your $10 is going to, how it is going to be spent, question why it is not spent the way you did it, and you see things really flow in such a way that now the cabinet, they've got other things to do apart from running the LGAs, because we can self-manage ourselves. That is how clear it is, both to us Amazonians and the international community, that we are full and mature enough to run a country of our own. In those days, they fooled us, they deceived us, that we were a minority, we were little, we did not constitute, we did not have everything that can be put together to make a country. But unfortunately now, after 60 years, we know where we are coming from. We know where we are going to. We know exactly what we want. And the problem is just when, because it is going to come, because it is ours anyway. So I don't know whether I'm saying exactly what you mean, Comrade Ghana. Before we move ahead, I hope that we are speaking on the same page. Yeah. So apart from that, I know that this term is something that makes people crazy. I equally don't discuss this, but I would like us to have a thought, a say on this. But before I go ahead, once again, dear televiewers, Dr. Sako is declaring the 28th of February 2020 a National Mourning Day in memory of our victims of Ngarbu Tumbo. the incidents that happened, the massacre of the 14th February 2020. And then the 13th of March is equally a 1 million man march of every Ambazonia and sympathizers of the Ambazonia War of Independence. So Ambazonians and well-wishers all over the world, we are coming out on the streets of the world on the 13th of March to tell our story to the world, to speak really, really, really loud so that someone can hear us, because enough is enough. That said, this I actually forgot to tell you at the beginning, but I'll just announce it now. There is something new that has been introduced to County Roots, which they call Letter from Buea. So one comrade has chosen, Ghana, forgive me for this, we were supposed to discuss this, but let's just be part of it. There's a senior comrade of ours. For obvious reasons, he cannot disclose his identity now. He has chosen to write the story about Ambazonia, how everything started from 1961 in small bits, and post and send it to fellow Ambazonians through this platform, County Roots. So the first episode of it is going to be read today. I am just going to read it, and then we know it's just today, it's just the introduction, but bit by bit, he is going to send out this information until he tells the whole story from 1961 to today, because he has realized that a lot of us, especially us of the younger generation, were so confused. We don't really have a good mastery of this storyline. We cannot really tell it well, and he feels like disappointed. He says, okay, he's going to take upon himself to do that. So at some point, I am going to read to us a letter from Buea. But before we go to reading the letter from Buea, Comrade Ghana, I think the whole of last month, or starting January, February, the word collaboration has come back again. Collaboration, 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 collaboration. I don't want to talk about unity because that one is like far-fetched, but collaboration can still take place. What do you think? How do you encourage collaboration amongst 8 million Ambazonians? Because people identify with other affiliations and so on, but it doesn't stop us from being Amazonian. So how can you encourage collaboration this time, or from now henceforth, so that we stop another Ngarbu from happening somewhere else and other atrocities?
Funny one. Comrade Comfort, I've got to be honest with you.
I know.
Very, very honest with you. When it comes to collaboration, this is how I look at it.
Yeah.
It depends on who is calling on collaboration. You know, you've got to be very, very careful here. It doesn't matter. We know the magnitude of that term collaboration. We know what, even unity, we know what that means. But who? You know, because everyone wants collaboration. No, there's a group of people that want collaboration. One. Did you know that wants collaboration? Did you know that?
Sorry?
To collaborate with Ambazonia. So it depends intentions why he wants collaboration. We can collaborate with anybody. The interest of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia would love to collaborate with anybody to get to achieve. But you know, we just want to know your intentions. Tell us why you're calling your direction at this moment. Come also wants collaboration. For him, he wants collaboration. Agbo Bala would love collaboration. He would love it. Frundi came on ABC, and he would love collaboration too.
Even
tell me,
I'm going to be rude enough to really intervene or interrupt here. Collaboration here, I'm asking for just amongst 8 million Ambazonians. Don't come to for now, because those are told the name I hate mentioning. But how would you, Ghana, encourage collaboration amongst 8 million of us, Ambazonians I'm talking about here? How will you encourage that?
That's why I started.
Because everyone is asking for it.
That's why I started first by mentioning everyone wants collaboration. It depends on their intentions. So for Ambazonians, it doesn't mean someone that's out here saying collaboration has the same goal. Those who want a free Southern Cameroons. They could be out here just calling for collaboration because they failed. The road is blocked. You might embark on a journey and found out you have to use another route to get where you want, depending on just what you want to achieve. So I don't know why people want collaboration at the moment. There was a time when Ambazonians wanted collaboration so bad. Some people thought, oh, we on our game is so tight. We don't. You know, they played sorts of games with collaboration that was given to them free of. The door was open back then to collaborate, but some of you went on that just feasting, having a banquet, forgot that there's something very important that we need to achieve. We want to achieve collaboration in the end, and it was genuine, but we didn't take it seriously. Why now? Why now? Even La Republic wants collaboration. How do you know who wants collaboration? That's why I said a lot of people want collaboration. Those who want collaboration. So collaboration at the moment, I think that it's very easy. Just find a government area and collaborate. There's something that we have in us that cannot be your village. It's there. It's identity. If you're an Ambazonian and you want a free Southern homes, stop wasting time crying on the internet and a collaboration. You're probably your income, maybe it's not actually, your money is not deep no more. What you're fighting for. We know all these things. We're smart. This is 20. We're not in 2019. It hurts me sometimes, you know. I want to explode when I hear people crying collaboration when they can see there's way to collaborate. Your local government has been brought to your doorsteps. Join your local government. People stop crying because Ambazonians are hungry. They want to get to Buea. They're wasting time. I have some activists on social media. They are there every day collaboration. These were the very same people who rejected collaboration when they had their cups filled with, and they were drinking back then because they still had, they could manipulate Ambazonians, tell lies, and they would still follow them. They don't see those followers. Ambazonians are becoming more and wiser. So even if you put your paper account out there, an Ambazonian will take time before even putting money in your paper account. Even if you come and say anything on social, Ambazonian will look at you critically, say, and nod their head and skip. Is this man for real? Is this man for real? That's what. So you can't just forget about those pay accounts, those bank accounts you created, because you keep waiting for money to come in there, it will not come. So just close it, shut it down, and be real. Take this seriously. People are dying. Kids are being murdered on dailies. People are going through hell. People are bushes. So for you to keep playing this game over, it expired. There's an expiring date for heaven. There's an expiring date for every lie. So lie expire. Instead of just apologizing, doing the right thing, you continue to go down that very wrong path, thinking that by some miracle, it could bless you again with stupid Ambazonian to keep on telling them lies again. When someone's intelligent and educated, they are educated where you can take it off their head. They already know. When they discover your trick, there's no way. So what I'm saying is, time for you who's been out there for the past few years trying to take this struggle into your hand when it belongs to 8 million people. It's to back up now. Even if
exactly
keep crying, one is going to back up and do the right thing. Go to your, you belong to you belong to a village, at least. Even if you say you don't know, go to your village and you will locate the route from, and then people will recognize you at this level. Okay, I am connected to a route somewhere. I've got to go find and start poking at my roots, and then from then I will actually pour some water to get to the league there. So I don't know how to say this thing, but it's so
I really
easy.
do
We have broken it down.
Yeah.
We have broken it down. So comfort. It's not hard. I don't know why it's hard. It's so easy. If you want to communicate and be heard,
Yeah, I know.
go down to the root.
I think I actually have my own way of looking at this. The truth, what you are saying is very true, because apartheid is history now. They never knew it was going to be history, did they? But it's history now. And believe me, we had blacker legs in the days of apartheid than we have them today. So it's impossible that 8 million Amazonians are fighting this cause. It's impossible. It's impossible. That is established. We know it. But do you know where I found collaboration, especially early this month, which I will encourage should move on?
Yeah.
Last week, the beginning of February, when we had the lockdown, there was maximum collaboration. There was collaboration at the level of the cabinet of the Federal Republic of Amazonia. How? There was collaboration between the Department of Home Affairs, Department of the National Security Council, Department of the DSS, and so on. There was great collaboration. There was equally maximum collaboration between the diaspora and this team and the Amazonia Restoration Forces, because there was coordination and collaboration. You saw it, because we have never had a lockdown so successful like this one that happened. There was equally collaboration between the Amazonians, especially in the diaspora, and their local government areas, because people managed to contribute money. It took collaboration, it took money, it took what it took. There was a lot of collaboration. That is what I see, and that is what I define as collaboration at this moment. And from that level, we want to encourage it from now henceforth. Our boys did a great job listening to their commanders and so on, the NSC, the DSS, the Home Affairs, and so on. And it worked out really, really, really well. We of the social media want again to collaborate by stopping to expose the images of our Amazonia Restoration Forces on social media, because the moment these guys see them, they go after them and we lose them. That is not what we want. There is collaboration amongst those who are in the revolution, because truth, we are 8 million Amazonians, but truth, not everybody is in this revolution. And those who are not interested in executing this revolution, let them stay out of our way. Let everybody maintain their lane and stay where they are. Give us room for those who are in the revolution. They will collaborate. They will do more. They will build more on what happened early February, and much more shall be done, and Amazonia shall be free again. I believe so. But before I go to read the letter from Boya, Comrade Ghana, do you have anything from us from Australia? You came this far from Australia to Amazonia this morning, and you can't go like that. Is there any information you want to feed us with from Australia, please?
Yes, Comrade Comfort. It's some sort of alert concerning the way La République is working in the diaspora at the moment. La République has his agent in every diaspora, even in your diaspora, in America, in Asia, in Australia. We were just organizing our protests and everything and doing it. We thought we didn't have people, La République's agents over here in Australia watching us and taking note on everything we're doing. And these agents in Australia are linked to my people. So my country people used agents whom we've already identified as Amazonians as well. These are not, you use someone in your house, someone in your family to kill, to cause pain. What happened in Donga-Mantung, they had to use Donga-Mantung elites to kill those kids, to kill those people in Donga-Mantung. So a lot of agents in Australia actually been monitoring us, taking pictures and our names and all of that, and Republic. So my country people wrote a whole article, pictures of us protesting in Australia and everything like that, published it, asking us, saying, "Oh, you guys to give condemn, apologize, because if you don't apologize, you will not come back to turn to Cameroon. Even if you want to, your passport, your Cameroon passports would expire. You're able to renew them. Take note. So we're giving you this of time to apologize for the protest and the sabotage of leak that you put up in Australia." So I wanted to respond to people and the agents of the federal movement in Australia that we, in Australia, we're not going to give up this fight for a free Southern Cameroon. You can do whatever you're doing, but Ambazonians in Australia will continue to organize protests and will continue to advocate for Ambazonia, a freedom of Ambazonia, no matter what you do. So if you continue whatever you have in tap with your agents in Australia, we've come up with a list of all of them as well. The community, the Ambazonian community, notes everyone in Australia. We come up with a list of all Ambazonians in Australia in all the states. And those of you who don't participate in for Ambazonia, you guys are the cause of all this. Try and sabotage us as much as you can, but it will not stop us. I said we have become Australian citizens as well. There's no, if you keep dreaming we're going to be using Cameroon passports or going to renew them, you will sit there waiting for us until your eyes will be sore, because you will not see us coming to your desk through any passports at any stage. We are going straight to Amber. So I'm sending a straight warning to those.
Oh, you're freezing.
Cases.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, you're back now.
Oh,
yeah.
I think that was, I don't know what happened. So our committee in Australia, the Ambazonian Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian of Australia, is sending these agents, Southern Cameroonians who have decided to be La Republique citizens in Australia. We're not scared of you guys. You guys can do whatever. They are associating with the Francophones, still having they are keeping their bonds together. We don't want those bonds. We're not going to break them, but you're going to have to break them one day and come to us and apologize, because that's what's going to happen. If you think this association of Australia is going to crawl behind you for any help, going to happen. We have already chosen we have chosen of no return. We're not returning to anything have anything to do with phones. We know you guys are busy trying to sabotage us, do whatever. So this is a message for you guys. Keep wasting your time. Don't you got to start yourself just like us. Keep La Republique and Cameroon loving your own self, because you'd be the fool in the end. So keep wasting your time. That's my very best to them. We have a lot of things as a community in Australia we're working on, and we'll put you guys to shame. So keep wasting your time. Thank you, Comrade Comfort.
Yeah, I know. This is really disappointing. It's such a shame, because there are times I ask myself, what exactly do some people want? Because there are Francophones who do sympathize with us. And when you read from them, you begin to ask, what do these other people who call blacklegs think when a Francophone really acknowledges the fact that we are doing the right thing and the right to support us? And they know our history so well that they articulate it even in such a good way and tell the world that no, these people, they have a right to what they are fighting for because it is theirs. So I don't know what our brothers, our blood brothers want. However, we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable because if we were, we would not have been where we are today. You know, when it started on that blessed day when the octogenarian diaper infested a person of Yaoundé they call a president. When he declared war on the 9th of November 2017, he thought he did it. He did something, you know. Even when the strike started, what did he say? He said, "Kantil Zorong Feng Ibon Randro Travail." Unfortunately, things got worse and worse and worse until we are where we are today. And he feels like, believe me, Paul Pierre and his people, they feel like somebody wake me from this sleep. I've been sleeping for so long. They don't believe that we could put up this resistance. So how more of our own brothers? They can do nothing. They are only playing with time. I'm afraid if they want to repent, it's the time is now. Let them hurry, because there will come a time they will come to say they are sorry. And I'm afraid we may not accept them. We say, yeah, we really do appreciate the fact that you are sorry that you did this, but it's late. We don't really need you now. Go back to where you came from, you know. So I'm afraid they're just playing around, but homeland is real. And it's only a matter of time. It's a matter of when, because homeland we shall see. It is established. Nobody can stop it. It's rather sad for them. So they can't even stop us. La Republic has tried what they can. We would have said, okay, enough of this war. We are stopping it after the Mgarbu incident happened. We would have stopped it the day Batibo happened. We would have stopped it the day Bali happened. We would have stopped it even from the day Pinyin happened. We did not. The day they killed Dr. Sarko's brother, the next day he came out, made a speech and said, "I refuse to be distracted." That is how bad it is for them. We are moving on and we are unstoppable till we get home. Nobody can stop us. It's sad enough for them. So that is just it. That said, if fellow Ambazonians will allow me, I did not seek your opinion. I'm really such a disorganized person. I'm sure everybody knows this. Do I need to? I think it's a good idea. What do you need, Comrade Daniel? Let's talk about this and see what Ambazonians think. Because this comrade is a senior comrade and he's really passionate about this. He wants to do it for us. Is it really a good idea that we agree for me to read this letter? This is just the first episode, the introductory episode, but many more episodes will come until we are being told the story from 1961 till today. Is that okay for every Ambazonian? Is that okay for you, Comrade Ghana? Then I can go ahead and read the letter. So, that's yeah. So, yeah, permit me. So I'm just going to read it exactly as he has written. And then if there's a comment or something, we're going to open the lines afterwards. People can comment and everything, give your contributions, give your opinions and so on. But then not until the lines are open. Please don't call me now because I'm reading from my phone. So this is how it goes. He says, Ambazonians, the terms and the conditions of unification were contained in the Fumban Accord, which were incorporated in the 1961 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. The important conditionality of this accord were: 1. Unification was based on federalism and equality of status. 2. Each state was to submerge its identity. The Republic of Cameroon became the state of East Cameroon, and Southern Cameroon became the one of West Cameroon. Number 3, each state has to maintain its cultural, social, and political institutions. 4, Constitution shared power. A, territorially, that is, between the states and the center. B, institutionally, that is, between the executive, judiciary, and legislature. C, personality-wise, that is, the executive power was shared by the president and the state prime ministers, while legislative power was shared by the state deputies and federal deputies. The president and vice president must not come from the same state. To stop the Republic of Cameroon using its numerical strength to amend, modify, or revise the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Cameroon to the detriment of the state of Southern Cameroon, Article 47 of that Constitution stipulated that in order for any amendment, modification, or revision of the Constitution to be valid, it must have been introduced into the Federal National Assembly for debate and must have been approved by a majority of the federal deputies from West Cameroon and a majority of the federal deputies from East Cameroon. Thus, the federal deputies from West Cameroon could block any such bill. Fellow Ambazonians, this accord was unilaterally abrogated by the Republic of Cameroon, Ahidjo and Paul Biya. This is not the time for rhetoric because most able historians were there and witnessed all the events that took place before and after the unholy unification. In August 1961, Dr. John Wu Foncha led the Southern Cameroon's delegation in good faith to Fuman to sign with President Ahidjo from the Republic of Cameroon the fake unification treaty, in brackets, although Dr. E.L.M. Ndeli and some Southern Cameroon politicians had serious reservations. Historians are all eyewitnesses to the treachery and betrayal of the Southern Cameroonians by their brothers east of the Mungo, the Republic of Cameroon. Fongorji Tinka, a legal luminary from Southern Cameroon, in his address to the Bamenda La République on political party some years ago, and exposed the illegalities of the Ahidjo and Biya government in abrogating the Fumban Accord and annexing Southern Cameroon, for which Gorji Tinka was arrested and thrown into BMM dungeon. The truth is that in 1972, President Ahidjo, by proclamation DF 72-270 of 2nd June 1972, unilaterally abrogated the Fumban Accord and the 1961 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Cameroon, abolishing 1. the legislature and the government of East Cameroon, 2. the legislature and the government of West Cameroon, 3. the House of Chiefs of West Cameroon, and 4. the legislature and the government of the Federal Republic of Cameroon, and assumed power as a dictator. So the first section of this episode ends here, and we are going to continue in the next coming weeks until we get the story done. So I would like to know, even from fellow Ambazonians, if it was worth it, so that because I find it really important, because giving it in bits, there are times we find it difficult to sit down and read, but because someone has taken time to do it for us, let's see how it goes. And so we would like to know, if people call, please comment and let us know your intention. Did you get anything at all? How important did you find it? And if you are still interested for me to read the next episodes and so on, let us know. Apart from that, Comrade Ghana, did you get anything at all from the letter from Boya that you want to comment on, or is there any other thing you would like to comment on before we go ahead to open the lines for our people to call in?
That was brilliant work put together by that brother. I think it's a good thing you later, so that Ambazonians would refresh the memory, refreshing. So I think next episode on your show, can you make sure you bring the next section? It's very, I want to actually, like, yeah, it's very, like I said, it's very, very refreshing, especially getting all the institutions that were wiped out from Ambazonia taken off. A lot of these things, many years this revolution is based on youths. The youths are the ones that are championing. They didn't get the chance to hear a lot of these things, or to some of these things. So there are some elderly people that actually saw these institutions before they were wiped out by the regime to keep us as slaves and all of that. I think it's a good thing. Thank you for reading that. It was very refreshing.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's something still that I really like us to comment on it, please, before we actually move on, because it bothers me. I don't know how other people look at it. If we want to look at this war that was declared on us in 2017, everybody that is being killed, both from Ambazonia and from the enemy side, are Ambazonians. I'm afraid. I even said maybe everybody is exaggerated, but the majority of the people who die from the military are our people, which means what I have from my own judgment, La République du Cameroon is using Ambazonians to kill Ambazonians. That is, they're just sending us to kill ourselves. The Ngabu incident was led by our brothers. You know, they showed the way for these people to go right down the village and kill these people. The incident yesterday, the attempted coup on Field Marshal of Lebialem was executed by a son of Lebialem. And where is he? He is dead. And who is mourning? You and I, right? So what sense, what do you want? I don't know whether I'm making sense to you, Ghana. Because, see, you only say it's your brother, go and kill him, you know. They are sending him because, after all, if he goes and doesn't come back, then he has been killed by his brother. And if he goes and kills somebody, he is the one who has killed his brother. So they are helping us to fight ourselves, to kill ourselves, such that, you know, our blood or the blood of our brothers is on our head. That is how they are just cooking us up. So what do you have to say, especially to our brothers who don't still find anything wrong in supporting us or in letting go of these people and joining the struggle, because they still believe that something can still come out of this? Is there something like it, maybe just a word of advice to our brothers, especially those who are still in the military? If I actually make sense.
The way,
Yeah,
you did. Thank you for comfort. Unfortunately, the way the regime of Yaoundé is operating it's very tricky. They're operating in a very way. It's the same thing that they're doing even in the diaspora. No, the only way to destroy the revolution or put an end to it is used to sabotage us. If they want to destroy you, they will use me to sabotage you, my sister. So the regime is operating very, very tricky. So my advice to our brothers that are in the military, La République, is that you guys, I understand that you need to put some bread on the table. Maybe you have families like that. But what would it take for you to be out there killing your own, to be able to put food on your table? How could you let up that with that low for someone who doesn't even care about you, choose you to kill your own people and then enslave you and your own people and continue to your own resources, feed on them? How do you feel when you go into your own community and open the door and direct the enemy, the killer, to go and kill your own people? How do you feel? You guys need to be when you go most of you guys need to realize that no, you're not. After all of that, you don't have anything to benefit, because you're actually going to murder on. And you know that's something you guys need to really rethink about it, because you guys continue to do this over and over. And I know there are some ones that have actually refused to drop their we've heard that some of our brothers and sisters actually escaped from the Republic Army, and they went find their way somewhere in the. We want to do the same thing. Even if you don't want to be in the diaspora, why not just escape and join the restoration forces, who are your own people, and fight the so that in the end you have space for yourself, all that liberty, the rights, everything for you. I don't know how you guys want us to continue to explain this. It's the same thing we've been saying to our elites. Just do the thing. You guys know. Don't let yourself to be and played with. I don't know how to put it, my sister. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know, because you have just asked a series of questions, which I was equally going to ask. It is all about how. How do you feel? How do you feel shooting at a pregnant woman who is bearing the future of this country, who is bearing that boy who will grow up tomorrow and take after you when you go on retirement? How do you feel shooting a woman, breastfeeding a baby, and this child falls off the breast because mama is just fell and just dropped dead? suddenly. You know, I want to ask all of these people, both the elites and the people fighting in the military, that you look us in the eyes now, sitting here, and tell us that Ghana and Comfort, we have not been touched yet by these deaths. We have not yet lost a relative of ours back home. Is that true? All of us must have been touched. We must have lost loved ones, either friends, neighbors, or biological brothers and sisters, parents, or something. We have lost somebody or something very dear. Just the fact that you can't go home, is that not reason for you to step aside? The truth is, especially those who are in the military, whether you fight or not, you will still die. So why not come out and die for the right cause, like my brother just said? Why not come out to die for the right cause? What are you doing there? You know what annoys me, which you know, is the fact that back in the days, they will tell you a bet comment Bamenda. N'est-ce pas? Because like now, they send you to go and rape your own sister. You go rape them, come back, say tu es vraiment bête, tu es vraiment Bamenda. On t'envoie d'aller violer ta soeur. Tu parles faire mon frère. Tu es vraiment Bamenda, tu es bête. No, be so they tell my brother. You go kill, they come back say, you know, they say come on, you know, tu es Bamenda, which means you are stupid. If you are not stupid, how did it send you to go and shoot your own brother, your own sister, your pregnant wife? You go and shoot them dead. You come back, they don't say thank you, they mock at you, they say tu es vraiment bête, tu es vraiment Bamenda. And it doesn't hurt my heart, my brother, it hurt me, it pain. So stop this thing, come back home. Because whether you fight or not, you must die. Come and die for the right cause. Die defending your people. Come and die defending the rest of the children who survived the massacre in Garbu. Because Garbu cannot be eradicated, we still have to preserve some of them. Thank God some of them survived. I hope those animals don't go after them, because we need somebody when we go back home to narrate the story from the eyewitness perspective. You are just doing a wrong thing at a very wrong time. You know, there is no need to emphasize this, because you yourself, you know, most of them, or if not all of them, the moment they finish shooting their own brothers, they are like, I'm sure they feel really bad. They come back really sad and maybe weeping, regretting. You are surely listening. You hear the voices of those children in Gabu crying in your dreams every night. You watch the pregnant woman struggling with a bullet in her every night. For how long do you have to keep doing this? For how long? Come home. Stop this thing. Come on. Come back. Just do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Die for a right cause. Do not die like a coward. Die and receive the bullet on your chest and not on your back. Because fighting from the wrong direction, you will only receive the bullet on your back and you die as a coward falling on the face. So that is it. My brother, if you have something, yeah. Yeah, if you have something to add, you add. Meanwhile, we are going to open the lines now. Okay, WhatsApp calls only, the phone number is already on the board. I'm really sorry, bro. Before I really forget, please. Many people have been asking if you need to join your county, not only Dongamatun. I am from Dongamatun. So if you are from Ndu, Nkambe, Misejengwa, Ako, call me anytime. Apart from that, if you come from any of the 61 LGAs in the Federal Republic of Amazonia, call me. Call me on this number that you see on the board. Talk to me and let me get you located. You need to join your LGA and contribute money so that we stop the people who think that they can rule our land from the foreign land. We'll stop them from coming around. We'll stop the enemy. We'll stop another Ngarbo incident from occurring. Please, do not keep even $1 in your pocket, which is supposed to go to your LGA. Thank you, Kobregana.
Like you said, my sister, I think you've said it all. Our people need to, like we've said, we don't need to explain what is counties, because you guys already know what it is. So the best thing to do at this moment, just ring Sister Comfort. She's connected to all the counties / LGA representatives. So that's the easy number on your screen right now. Just ring Sister
Right.
Comfort, and she able to connect you.
Yeah. Okay. So the first caller is just coming in. County Roots. Hello.
Yes. Yeah. I want to make a comment.
Hello. Hello.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, please. This is County Roots. You are live. You can make a comment.
Yes, yes. What was it about unification history? It was said that there was a common accord. Yes. Yes. Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Just go ahead and speak.
Yes. Yes, they said that there was a common accord. There was no common accord. There was no common accord. It's just Bob Gansler, they asked the Cameroon to show a copy of formal accord, and they did succeed to show it. There was never a formal accord signed between the so-called West Cameroon and East Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exist.
Yes.
So that write-up is not true.
Okay.
So take care about this formal accord problem and let's clear it up once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so there was no Kumfumban Accord.
There was never a formal accord.
Oh.
Can you show a copy? Nobody ever said a call for an accord. Because it was so after the formal, it was supposed to be they were supposed to go to West Cameroon House Assembly and East Cameroon House Assembly to validate it before it was signed to law. That was never done.
Okay.
So nobody signed any formal accord.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Senior Comrade. Thank you for calling. Thank you for your contribution. And yeah, we can only learn through this, right? Because if we don't read it, we don't know where what went wrong or right. And thank you for calling. We really do appreciate your input. Okay, okay. So our Senior Comrade is warning. He says there was no. Sorry, my volume is acting up because calls are coming in. He says there was no Fumban Accord, but we were rather colonized by the La République du Cameroon. Yeah. Okay. Another call is coming in. County Roots, hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. You're live on County Roots.
Yes. I just want to buy the idea of the first caller.
Okay.
Yes, and then go to talk on that Article 47 of that 1961 Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
The way the writer explained it is very different from how it is in that document.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Fellow Ambazonians, please listen to any calls that concern letter from Buea. Please let us all take notes and take down notes and do our research. Please, please, please. We are the very time in our lives where we don't want to be confused anymore, especially about our history. I think I'm just happy that this came up, right? So I like the various contributions. Let us take down notes, listen to what they are saying, do our own research, and make sure we get the right thing. Thank you very much for your contribution, comrade.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. County Roots, hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. You are live.
Yeah.
Yes, you are live on County Roots.
Huh?
You are live on County Roots.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you can speak. Speak.
Yeah, I just want to comment on that matter of killing.
Okay.
To kill someone, nobody have the right to kill.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes, he says nobody has the right to kill, and it just stopped. So I don't know, but I think, yeah, thank you for your contribution. And Comrade Ghana, if you find anything that you want to react to, just take note. Then at the end of the course, I'm going to give you room to comment or to react to anything you found interesting at some point. So I'll not keep calling you in, because when a call comes in, I'm going to stop you. So the calls are open. More comments, and please, senior comrades out there, if there's some other thing you want, if there's another comment you want to do about letter from Boya, do that now. And then for us, please let us do our homework. Let us find out what was it about the Article 47 of the 1961 whatever. So honestly, I'm not a good historian, but I think I have to do my homework as well. So I'll continue reading this letter in the coming weeks, because we're surely going to get more. So the lines are open, and while we're rounding up, if in the absence of any other calls, Comrade Ghana, I don't know, do you have a word for our people back at home, our people in the diaspora or wherever, a word of encouragement or last word before we finally shut down the curtains? All right, a call from home, please, just the last one. County Roots, hello. Hello. Oh, you don't have to stand near your TV. Hello. County Roots, hello.
Yes, I want to ask a question, please.
All right.
Most of our villages have been raised down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Why is ABC not broadcasting the images?
Okay. I will not take it for a question. Yes.
We really want to know what is happening in our villages.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you.
ABC is not doing that. ABC is not doing that.
Yes. We are guilty about that. I will not want to answer it as a question. I actually I take it for a kind of a recommendation or assignment, and I'll take it back to the board and make sure that something is going to be done to that effect, please. It's our fault and we accept it. We really do accept that. Thank you.
Then thanks for the music that the children were crying.
Okay.
That is very fulfilling.
I know. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. You people are very courageous. You are our source of energy. So you are doing great. We just thank you to what you are doing back home to as you are being strong for us, and you are giving us more reason to fight further. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Comrade Ghana, I was just asking if you have a last word. I think let's just shut down the calls now, and then we wrap up, because actually there's something I need to attend to now. I'm getting a bit distracted. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, a word to our people, whoever as your spirit leads.
I just want to once more thank our people on Zero for the resilience. Even me, the diaspora, I know if I come to ground zero now, I wouldn't be able to put up with what you guys are putting up, because you guys have proven that how thick your skin is. Like some of us in the diaspora, we don't really understand what you guys are going through on ground zero. Like I've had someone told me that to ground zero, I think 2 years ago, where things were not even at this stage. They told me that the weight on ground zero, things are very hard. I try to see through their own lenses, but I can imagine what you guys on ground zero are putting up now to go through daily basis, and to survive on ground zero, to survive in the midst of this war. You guys, I don't know, but God has continued to give you guys strength to put this whole thing up to this moment. And I know and I trust that you guys will not relent your efforts, because you guys have already in the past that you guys are unshakable. I just want to take this opportunity to thank our people on ground zero, whether you're or not, but just the fact that you are keeping the everything up at its highest level. You guys deserve the maximum respect. expect from us.
Right.
So we want to thank you
Right.
guys. We will make sure that anything that we're capable of doing to make sure that you keep up with the resilient until we get to Boya. My heart goes to those that have passed in this war. You know, we will always remember you guys and the sacrifices that you guys have made. Thank you very much. That's all I've got to say. Thank you very much, Comrade Comfort.
Right. Thank you too. Thank you so much. I think we cannot thank them enough, can we? Because there are times, there are certain things I do and I feel so scared. But the messages that come from home, I'm like, where am I? Because I am here, but I'm so scared. They don't even whisper, they speak really loud, they speak open, they don't care. Look into the eyes of somebody who is back home and you will see that hunger for homeland, that quest it's written all over their face, that they really want to get out of this mess. They are ready for anything. They will pay any price to get homeland free. We can't thank them enough. So they are the source of my energy. Yeah. Carry on.
I just wanted to add this, and these people have put up with our in the diaspora. Too much rubbish that we throw at them. The diaspora. We, the diaspora, have thrown too much rubbish at our people who are already going through a lot of rubbish that's put on them by the of La Republique. Some of us and the diaspora, our people are very smart too. Like that's one of our people, because we're very smart too. We know how to tell when one of us is lying and one of us is talking rubbish in the media, because we have used social media to cause more pain on our people and make this war harder, the path of our people. But thank God, our people are very strong, very, very strong. Thick skin. No matter what this social media continue to throw on our people, they will jump over it and skip over it, keep moving forward. So I don't know, man. We are blessed to to be who we are. So blessed. I don't think there's any people in Africa that can do things the way Ambazonian, especially those on ground zero. You guys deserve the most respect. You guys know, it shocked me the way you guys carry yourselves. Even the Kyosan today, you guys keep your focus, and then they still send people in the diaspora to distract you. You guys still keep your focus.
Right.
That's on. Right. That is. I don't know. I'm sure of what you guys. Thank you guys. When I look at what you guys are going through, I say I just say thank God, guys.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, sure, they are doing a lot and they are my source of energy. There are times you feel really weak, you feel sick, you feel really bad. Right now I have really an emergency to attend to, but then I need to spend this time here because there's someone out there who has a greater emergency and there's no one to attend to. They don't even know what's happening to them the next minute. We can only try to sacrifice for them. So on this note, I am really pleading with people of the diaspora. Please join your local government areas, join your counties, contribute money. Let us get this thing out of our way. If you have been doing that, please, if you have been doing that already, I really do appreciate, because some people are really, really committed financially, especially. If you have been doing that, if you have been a $10 contributor, a $10 donor, could you please omit some other thing again in your life? Maybe make it $15, because we need a bit more now. If you have not started yet, could you please just start with a $10 and see that in the coming months, something adds to it. If you are that person who has enough, please really give enough, as much as you can, because we are badly in need. Ambazonia needs money, not only for Garbu, not only for Dongamantung, but for the 13 counties, for the 61 LGAs that make up the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Believe me, there are times when we listen, even though there are times you say, oh, international community has spoken in chorus and so on. What do they say? They say crap. Read my lips. They say rubbish. They say, Paul Biya, just go out there, investigate your crime that you have committed, and then you come and tell us who committed the crime. Okay? So the answer is already here. I don't already catch the person. No, so it is as easy as you are the one who wants a free Ambazonia. I am the one who wants a free Ambazonia. We are the ones who want a free Ambazonia. And as Ambazonians, we can get homeland free. Yes, we can. Let us do something. You know that times, especially we use our phone, these good electronic things we have here, the phones, the laptops, and we cause a lot of havoc. The moment we show off our grammar, our good English, the mastery of the languages we have learned out here and the book we have learned and so on, we exchange it on social media, that costs blood on the ground. Let us translate this energy into money. Let us translate this energy into money. Pay into your county. Pay into your local government area. Defend your people. Let us stop another Ngarbu from happening because I can't stand it anymore. I'm not settled yet. It's going to take really long to digest. My heart is beating so fast. Is it going to happen again? The moment you are still trying to manage to digest the one that happened, they rape another girl in that same area. That is how bad it is. Please step up something. If you have not started, step up by starting. If you're already in it, add even $1. It is going to make a difference. Look, the humanitarian condition in Garbuna is bad. In Donga Matung as a whole is bad. It is not different in Momo. It is not different in Fako. It is not different in any of the local government areas because Paul Biya is just spraying everywhere. Did you see these two boys who were sat somewhere in the gutter just waiting to die anytime because they were caught by these thugs? I think it was somewhere in Bamenda. Two very young, handsome boys. They are sitting in the gutter, surely in the hands, in the drag nets of these people. They caught them and suspected that they were Amber Boys, and they were waiting to be shot anytime from that minute they were sitting there if they did not tell the truth where their friends were and something like that. Where are they? I don't know yet. I don't know whether they are still alive. How many of them have been caught like that? We only saw those ones because they were caught on camera. That is the Ambazonia we are fighting for. Those are the people we are fighting the Ambazonia for. They are all being eradicated before our own eyes. Please, please, do it. Do it for Ngarbu. Do it for the pregnant women who died. Do it for the breastfeeding mother who died. Do it for the mama and papa them where they don't born and for house. Do it for the young Ambazonian. Do it even for our children who are born here because we want a place to call home. We cannot emphasize this enough. We can't. Sorry for keeping you, but this is the essence of us meeting here. It's not to entertain ourselves. It's not to talk on life. It's not to joke about. It's about to ask ourselves what next and how. It is all about money. We can't pretend, we can't lie. It takes money to do it. It takes money and blood. Those who need to donate blood, they are donating it generously back home. Give your money and let this thing be cleared out of our way. Homeland needs to be free as soon as yesterday. Comrade Ghana, in the absence of any other thing, or if I don't know whether you still have a comment, if not, then we'll surely be shutting the curtains for tonight. Do you still have anything, or call it a day? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, fellow Ambazonians. Thank you, dear televiewers. Remember to call me anytime. I will send you to your LGA. And please I'm sorry, I can't stop talking. Please, please, a lot of people have been coming to me. Please connect me to my LGA, connect me to my county. You are not going there to watch a movie, not be film house, please. If you are joining your county or your LGA, it is because you are going to contribute financially, because we need money. That is why we're calling you, calling everybody to come on board. Come in, join in, not to swell the numbers for nothing, but for money. If last week we contributed $90, you joined in today and your $10 just had to be chipped in so that it makes it $100. Please, please, call me because you want to join your local government area or your county and contribute money, because money we need. Thank you, and thank you once again. Have a blessed evening. Bye. Thank you, Comrade Ghana.
Thank you, Comrade.
Carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know the land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. What else do you want to know? Since the time of sun and sand, since the time of moon and stars, since the time of air and sea, since the time of men and things, we must run from Cape to Cairo, and then must prove our purpose land. Purpose land. Oh! Okay now I want to talk to my people. Ira Daniela, oh, I will know. Yeah, Ira Daniela, oh, I will know. I feel it's all over Daniela. Now we are the crossroads. On the Femo, Daniela. I feel it's all over Daniela. On the Femo, Daniela. Oh, Falimu me ya gbera baba. Yeah, oh, Falimu Jesu ya leko. Yeah, oh, Falimu Atizanya leko, yeah. Oh, me, yeah. Oh, me, yeah. Oh, Jemena, Jemena, Bogise. Oh, Falimu Jemena, Jemena.